Hello, everybody. My name is Cameron Earl, and welcome back to the tournament. Now on my fourth game of today. Uh, we are finally doing the final match of round one, and that is Masque versus Doctor Octopus versus Killmonger. So let me quickly explain what the goals are. Masque is probably the one who's going to end up losing this. Spoiler alert. I'm assuming. She actually starts with 6 power because she cannot gain any power off her board. She has to kill 8 heroes for her vendetta. When she has to find heroes, she has to gain power from contracts and allies that give her power. But she mostly wants to kill them for vendettas. Now, if you choose a contract kill and you kill a hero and you choose that to be a contract kill, you gain power equal to the hero's strength. If you choose it to be a vendetta kill, you move this tracker up by 1. And when you get that to 8, you win. Dr. Octopus is my personal favorite Marvel Villainous character to play. So I'm excited to play him. He has to complete 5 schemes. He has 6 schemes in his deck. Schemes are cards that he can play for free without a play a card action. And basically all of them have different requirements. He's like Pete on steroids. And finally, over here, we have my least favorite Marvel Villainous villain to play, and that is Killmonger. I don't actually hate him. I think he's fun. I don't actually dislike any of the villains in Marvel Villainous. Actually, I think Titania is probably below Killmonger. I think Titania might be the only one. Killmonger has a couple-step process. So first, he has to defeat Claw at the Golden City. Then when he does that, this turns into a specialty, Challenge for the Throne. He then has to find a Black Panther and play him to Warrior Falls, defeat Black Panther to flip over the Mines Are Lost to control the mines. Then he has to have at least 2 explosives on his board and relocate them to other players' domains. And when he relocates 2 explosives to another player's domain, he wins. So, let's get started here with Madame Masque. Madame Masque's rules state that she always goes first, and she starts the game with 6 power. So we're going to straight up go to Manhattan. I'm going to spend 1 to play Nefaria Family Thugs. I gain 1 power from them when I move to their location at the start of my turn if the location is controlled, which means no heroes are there. Then I'm going to spend 2. Oh, I grabbed 3 power accidentally. I'm going to spend 2 to play Call Me Big M, her best card pretty much. When collecting power from a controlled location, gain 2 extra power. And that is all we are going to do. We're going to draw back up. We got Tools of Trade, but they can only be used for contract vanquish actions. And the Hood can also only be used for contract vanquish actions. Or wait. Yeah, it can only be used for contract vanquish actions, which we don't want to take many of. We definitely want to try to find as many other means to gain power with her as possible. Okay, Doc Ock. We did not start our hand with any schemes. But let's see what we can do to start off here. I'm going to go here to the Atomic Research Center. Gain 3. I'm going to spend 3. I'm going to play Hobgoblin. I think a good location I probably want to protect is definitely this one. And then Hobgoblin. The cost to play Hobgoblin is reduced by 1 power for each Spider-Man hero in play, which there ain't none, so I'm just going to pay full price. He does have a whopping 4 strength, though. And then I am going to play Master Planner's Henchman to the Undersea base for 1. When they are played, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may discard any number of them. Top 3, 1, 2, 3. Doc Ock has many good ways to gain into his deck. Genius Intellect, or Scientist, Lab Equipment, and Sandman. I don't want to discard any of these. Do I just put them on the top in any order? Yeah, or the same order? Yeah, I do. I'm assuming. It doesn't say. But, okay, so we already know what we're drawing. We're drawing Sandman and some more lab equipment. Alright. Killmonger. Let's see here. He starts with Dogs of War. You may play Dogs of War to another player's domain. Explosives. This is the explosive. Which we don't really want yet. Actually. I'm going to go to the Institute of Technology. Gain 3. I'm going to spend 3 to play Stolen Wisdom. A specialty that we probably shouldn't use yet. but I'm just going to keep it anyway. And then I'm going to spend one... Oh, I made it in the cauldron. Cool. To place down Dogs of War to the Golden City. And I'm going to discard Killmonger's Fury. I don't think I need that yet. We're going to draw back up. Get more Dogs of War. Wound. When Wound is played, attach it to a character you do not control in your domain. That character loses 2 strength. And Armored. Heroes at Killmonger's location lose 1 strength. Alright. Over here now. Back to Madame Masque. We are going to go to Nefaria Castle. They give us 1 power by default, but Call Me Big M is going to give us 2 extra power, so we're going to gain 3 from that. Simply just gain my money back from last turn. That's why it is so good. Fortunately, we don't have a discard here. But I will Fate to see if I can get a hero out on the board. I don't. I get Prisoner's Shield. Remove the ally with the highest current strength from the targeted villain's domain. I'm going to use this on Doc Ock and get rid of Hobgoblin, actually. Because Hobgoblin is a really scary ally. Alright, then I guess I'll just spend 1 to put... No, I'm not even going to play anything, actually. Because I don't want to use any of these. I think I definitely wanted to actually just move here to discard, but I was thinking of the money first. Alright, over here, back to Doc Ock, who just lost one of his allies. One of his pretty useful allies, actually. I'm going to go over to the Empire State University, gain 2. I'm going to spend 2 to play Sandman to the Atomic Research Center. Still want to try to keep that guarded. When Sandman is used in a Vanquish action, you add him to your hand instead of discarding him. And I don't have a discard action there. I can Fate, but I'm not going to. I don't really see a reason to yet. Genius Scientist. Draw 5 cards, discard 4 cards from your hand, which will leave me back at 4 cards. Alright, back over to Killmonger here. Let's see what we get. This might be another 2-part game, because I think my phone is dying. Tried to charge it. Didn't work. I pretty much want to play all of these cards. But currently, I'm going to the Great Mound. Gain 1, I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to Wound Claw. Alright, so Claw now has -2 strength. And then, I'm not going to discard anything. I'm going to keep these. Taunt. Relocate any character in your domain to a different location in your domain. Alright. Going back over here to Madame Masque. Alright. Not going to gain no power. I'm going to move here. I'm going to discard 3 cards. I'm going to activate my Vendetta. If it's 0 to 3, I simply gain 2 power. If it's 4 to 7, I gain 1 power and a villain card. Alright, so we kept No Mercy because that's a really good card. We get some more thugs. Some more thugs. And the leaders, which are even better. Alright. Back over the Doc Ock. I'm going to go to the Atomic Research Center. And before I play Genius Scientist, I don't want to risk having to discard these. So I'm actually going to gain 3. I'm going to spend 2 because I'm going to play each of these separately. Play 1 here to the Atomic Research Center. And 1 here to the Empire State University. That's all we can do. We're going to draw back up. We get some more lab equipment. And Genius Scientist again. That's one of my favorite things about Doc Ock. I love villains who have multiple things to do, who have to really strategize, and who can get through their deck really fast. And Doc Ock is definitely that character. And that's why I like playing him so much. Alright, we're going to go to Warrior Falls. We're going to spend 1 to play some Dogs of War. And we are going to take out Claw. We're finally going to start our objective here. Claw is out. Wound is back in the discard pile. And I flip this over for the challenge for the throne that I get to activate soon. The only other thing I could do is Fate. I don't think I really want to do that yet. So we're going to draw back up. We get Knight. She has no additional ability. Alright. Back over here. We're going to move here to get some more power, 3 power from the Nefaria family thugs. I'm going to spend 2 of that power to play Nefaria Family Leaders to Hell's Kitchen. And give me a good amount of money. I'm going to spend 1 to play some Thugs to Manhattan. And I'm going to fade. What do I get? Winter Soldier. Oh, the Winter Soldier's in this deck? That's cool. When a Winter Soldier is defeated, choose another player. They may defeat any character in your domain. Who do I want to play this on? Who's the Winter Soldier? I mean, the Winter Soldier is more likely to attack Killmonger, right? I'm going to put him on top of this activate action and play a card at the Golden City. I think the Golden City is definitely Killmonger's best location when it comes getting closer to the end game. And Killmonger's already a decent bit into his goal. Alright. Say in a trap, relocate any hero in another villain's domain to any location in Madame Masque's domain. And a Syndicate. When a Syndicate is played, relocate all heroes in Madame Masque's domain to this location. Alright, over the Doc Ock. Doc Ock's board is looking to be quite full now. Almost. I will go to the Empire State University. We're kind of just trying to focus on gaining power, but I'm going to spend the 2 power I gain anyway to play Genius Scientist. Draw 5 cards into your hand. Discard 4 cards from your hand. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, automatically discarding... I have to discard 4. Automatically discarding these. I never use this specialty. And Genius Scientists, I don't need multiple of those. Now it's just between these. Master of Atomic Power. If there's at least 1 item at each of your locations and no heroes in your domain. Okay, definitely want to keep this one because I'm kind of working towards that right now. So keeping these. That means we're definitely keeping these. Keep this just because I can get that. I have to discard 4 cards. How many have I chosen? I've only chosen 2. Ooh. That. And that. Actually, no, we're going to get rid of this Plan is Foolproof and keep this specialty instead. Got rid of some really good cards there. Those are really tough choices that we made. I am going to Fate. Hatat Zeraze. Hope that I didn't butcher that. When Hatat Zeraze is played, choose an ally with a strength of 2 or less or an item in the target player's domain and return it to their hand. I don't get no value from this for Killmonger. But I would also just be giving her people to kill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play these guys here. And I'm going to return these guys to her hand. But it also covers up her Fate action. Alright, Doc Ock's turn is over. He has a full hand now. And we are going over here to Killmonger's board. Where the Winter Soldier lies. Alright. I am going to go to the Institute of Technology. I'm going to gain 3. I'm going to play Taunt to relocate any hero in my domain to a different location in my domain. I'm going to bring Winter Soldier over here to Warrior Falls. And then I'm going to play Armored Rhino. Heroes at Killmonger's location lose 1 strength. And then I'm going to keep these. Draw back up, execute plan, perform an activate action, or wound. Alright. Over here now to Madame Masque. Let's see, I just have a bunch of people in my hand. Alright. I'm gonna go here. That is going to let me gain 3 power. But I'm going to immediately spend that 3 power. I'm going to play the Syndicate to Hell's Kitchen. These guys are going to move. Then I'm going to play Setting a Trap to relocate any hero in another villain's domain to my location. Or to a location in Madame Masque's domain. Winter Soldier's coming over here. He's going to go here. And then I am going to... I really should keep the Syndicate around for a stronger hero. I'm going to move these guys over. And I think that'll actually be it. Yeah, that'll be it. On the hunt, relocate an ally you control to a location in Madame Masque's domain with a hero. Alright, over here now. Back to Doc Ock's board. Let's see what we got. Got No One Stops Dr. Octopus. Gain power equal to the number of completed schemes. Alright. I'm going to go to the Atomic Research Center. Gain 1. I'm going to spend 1 to place some lab equipment to the hidden laboratory. I'm trying to plan to the locations I'm more likely to go to. And the location I'm definitely least likely to go to is the undersea base. Alright, so with that we still have... we still gain that 2 power. And I'm going to use Always Inventing to choose 3 cards from my up to 3 cards from my discard pile and shuffle them into my deck. A Genius Scientist could definitely be useful. This could be useful, and this could be useful. Not really worried about getting Hobgoblin back right now. I think these are definitely better choices. Shuffle this back in. Give it another shuffle. Alright. So that was lab and then Always Inventing. That's all we can do. So I'm going to draw it back up. This plan is foolproof. And the Master Planner. During your turn, if you have an ally in your domain, you may play the Master Planner. Remove that ally. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. If you reveal 2 or more allies, you complete this scheme. Ooh, that could be cool. That might be an easy scheme to complete. We have not drawn a lot of allies so far. Alright, back over to Killmonger. Gonna go to Golden City, gain 2, he's gonna spend 2, activate Challenge for the Throne to find Black Panther and play or relocate him to Warrior Falls. Alright, where's Black Panther at? Alright. Oh, jeez, where is he? Oh, here he is. Alright. Black Panther. Black Panther gains 2 strength while in Killmonger's domain. Alright. There's the +2 right there. If he wasn't in Killmonger's domain, he would just be a 4 strength hero. Which is actually still really strong. But 6 strength is even better. Like for a Marvel Villainous hero, 4 strength is still pretty high. Yeah, bump up. Alright. Crap. That confused me. Okay. I'm here. Alright. I activated. There's nothing I can play. Let's see here. Do I want to Fate? I think I do. Methinks I do. No one gets out alive. Madame Masque cannot take a Vendetta Vanquish action. Wow. I'll be right back. Alright, so unfortunately we did play the event on the easiest character to bully, so dang. Really wish I kept the hood then. I do got the syndicate here though. Those could be useful. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to go to Nefaria Castle, and I'm going to spend 2, and I'm going to place 2 thugs on there. And I myself am going to Fate. I get Kate Bishop Hawkeye. While in play, the villain of this domain cannot play effect cards. While in play, the villain of this domain cannot play effect cards. Mana Masque gains an additional 1 vida and 1 power when defeating Kate Bishop Hawkeye. I'm going to play her on Doc Ock. I'm going to play her to the Empire State University. And Doc Ock can now not play his most useful card type. Doc Ock's going to have to get rid of her. Or Mana Masque can get rid of her. Alright. Let's see here. Back to Doc Ock. So he is going to... that was where I was going to go. I'm going to go to the laboratory. Actually, no, I'm going to move here. I'm going to move Sandman over, and I'm going to kill Kate Bishop. He gets put into my hand. Kate Bishop is gone. Oh, God. I'm going to play the Master Planner. During your turn, if you have an ally in your domain, you may play Master Planner. Remove that ally. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. If you reveal 2 or more allies, you complete this scheme. It says top 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 1 ally. Tentacles Revenge. Nope. Do not complete the scheme. That is unfortunate. Alright, that scheme gets put in our discard pile. We did get rid of Kate Bishop. I want to discard. I'm going to keep this then, actually. Did I play anything this turn? This doesn't count as a play card, actually. So I'm going to play this plan as foolproof and get this scheme back into my hand, actually. And then I actually got to go. So we're going to do one more turn with Killmonger, and then when we come back for whatever the next video is, Mana Masque, it'll be Mana Masque's turn. Okay, Killmonger now. We'll going to go to the Institute Technology. I'm going to gain 3. I'm going to spend Wound. I'm going to play Wound. Attach it to Black Panther. That costs 1. Right. And then I'm going to spend 2 to play Explosives. And I'm going to remove them. Remove this item to defeat up to 2 characters at this location. Explosives cannot defeat characters with a strength of 5 or more. So Black Panther is instantly gone. Almost instantly gone. Alright. We flip over the Mines Are Lost to control the mines. And I'm going to use my Stolen Wisdom specialty, which is, if you have 3 or fewer cards in your hand at the end of your turn, instead of drawing cards, you may reveal cards from your deck until you reveal 2 items. Add those items to your hand. Reveal cards from my deck until I reveal 2 items. Taunt. Explosives. There's 1. And Weapons Cache. There's 1. Okay, Taunt. Let's put back. Alright. What does Weapons Cache do again? On your turn, you may pay up to 3 power for each power. Reduce the strength of any character to the same location as Weapons Cache until the end of the turn. Alright. Yeah, I remember Weapons Cache now. Alright, but unfortunately, that's all the time I have right now. Really short game episode, but we'll definitely try to finish this match in the next one. But this match is looking to be a long one, especially with Doc Ock and Mana Masque pretty much not even starting yet, and Killmonger already almost to the win, actually. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.